Tug man bringt's wie scheinen prächtig, a kleine süße Jid.
Shalom Aleichem, welcome to Online Smicha, Freilichen Pesach, Chag Kosher V'Sameach. It's Hamoed, Shabbos Hamoed. We'll talk about Hamoed Pesach and perhaps a detail of Shabbos Hamoed. Chlal, the Alter Rebbe brings in Siman Kuf Chav Tes Seif Hey that Kol Shivas Yimei Pesach U'Shmoynes Yimei Chag Chayev Ha'adam Liyasameach V'Toiv Leiv. All 7 days of Pesach, there is a mitzvah, is a chiyuv to be sameach v'toiv leiv. Hu ubanav v'ishtoi v'nevesoi v'chol amnilvim elov. There's a chiyuv of simcha even on Chol Hamoed. V'simcha zu hi mitzvah saseh min ha-Torah shenemar v'samachta b'chagecha ato uvincha v'itecha. Obviously, when you hear that there's a concept of simchas yomtiv applies even Chol Hamoed, you look at it. You look at Chol Hamoed a little more edel, a little more different than perhaps the common understanding is Chol Hamoed is a day of days of fun and games. Shabbos Chol Hamoed, the Kaf HaChaim brings that Shabbos Chol Hamoed yirba mat'amas yisera b'shulchanoi. He should have an extra dish, extra food on Shabbos Chol Hamoed or Peiris. So you should be able to see that today the Shabbos has two kedushas. Kedushas of Shabbos and Kedushas Hamoed. We find by Rosh Chodesh also, the Magen Avraham brings that Rosh Chodesh, some people have the custom, if Rosh Chodesh falls on the Shabbos, you make an extra kugel. One for Shabbos and one for Rosh Chodesh. So the same will apply on Shabbos Chol Hamoed. There's many dinim connected to Chol Hamoed, how you show the simcha, and perhaps you're not allowed to do things because Chol Hamoed is supposed to be celebrated, and you should have done all the things preparing before Shabbat, before Yom Tov, and you shouldn't have to break this concept of simcha on Chol Hamoed itself. For example, touch upon one nekuda, and that is clothing. To wash clothing is a malacha. Now, if it's desperately needed, that's one thing. But why wouldn't a person be prepared before Yom Tov so you shouldn't have to break that concept of Chol Hamoed being some form of a moed? The rules of simcha apply, so you should really be prepared before Yom Tov, and therefore the Chachamim will aserd a bunch of things not to be done on Chol Hamoed, so you should learn to be prepared before Yom Tov. So I'll talk about a couple nekudos as it's discussed in Sifrei Achronim about specifically the washing of the clothes, which becomes an issue when Baruch Hashem you have a family, of young kids, etc. So if you're talking about a person who manages and he doesn't have to, he's managing, he doesn't have to wash clothes, he for sure should not wash his clothes during Chol Hamoed. He should wait till after Yom Tov, and hopefully he'll have in mind before Yom Tov to be prepared, so he shouldn't have to go through these issues. And that's the whole concept of having the mindset that Chol Hamoed is a shtickle Yom Tov. If there are things that a person, for example, only has one change of blankets and anything like that, obviously, if you have no other choice, you have no other choice. The question becomes what happens when you have a family with kids and they have to change quite often. So, for example, there's a tshuva from Moshe Feinstein where he says that a family that's traveling to be somewhere Chol Hamoed, maybe even from before Pesach, so they don't have to bring so much more clothing, so you should not have to wash during Yom Tov, during Chol Hamoed. In a situation like that, where we're traveling with kids and clothing have to be changed and washed, you could lechatchila bring whatever is needed. Don't have to overbring, and if you have to wash during Yom Tov, it's fine. During Chol Hamoed, obviously. Children's clothes, as I said before, you are more makel if it's needed, especially things that you couldn't be prepared before. Somebody is traveling, so a lot of people use this heter from a Moshe, and a person should not say that once I'm already using the washing machine, and the washing machine is able to handle a bigger load, I might as well put in other things to wash. No, this concept of having this mindset that Chol Hamoed is a moed, is a yontif, is very serious. Now, halachas of Chol Hamoed are quite difficult, and you have to be prepared before yontif to be able to celebrate Chol Hamoed the way a yontif should be. Yeshikoyach, and please join us again next week.